I thought it would be very important to share with my friends and prospects and clients of how I became an insurance agent. So what happened was I was a young guy and I was married, and I was driving on I-25 one day and I was having a great time with my wife, and suddenly we were hit by an uninsured driver on I-25 near Larkspur. And it wasn't just a small accident, it was a big deal. The guy pushed me off, the drunk driver in his Buick pushed me off the road onto oncoming traffic. So kind of by Larkspur, there's this part of the freeway where there's a lower and higher part. There's actually a guardrail there now, but back then there was no guardrail. So it was about 5:30 on a Friday, and the traffic was heavy, and we were jettisoned into oncoming traffic. And somehow, through a miracle of the Lord, we were able to survive the auto accident, but our car was completely smashed, and all the glass in the car shattered, and both my wife and I were covered with glass and shards, and we were bleeding, and she was screaming, and it was a big deal. When you're in a car crash like that, it's something you never forget, the smells, the sounds of all that. So we were rushed to the hospital down to Penrose, Maine, and we were checked in and for observation overnight. And so I called my insurance agent about 3 in the morning. I got in the white pages and found his home number. This is back in 1983. And I called him. I says, "Hi, I'm Mark. I'm your client. I've been in this horrific car crash. What happens next?" And so he said, "Hey, glad you called. We're taking care of it. We'll be there." So the next morning, about 10:30, we're in our room at the hospital, and knock on the door. And here's Frank, our adjuster. And he became our advocate in the whole claim process. And so through that whole process of going through this horrific auto accident where we could have possibly been killed and all those things, I was so impressed with how this insurance company and this adjuster had taken care of me that 9 months later I became an insurance agent myself. And I've been an insurance agent now for 30 years, and it all became due to that fact of that car accident. And I realized how important insurance is, and how it really does benefit you, and how the adjusters do support you and help you through that whole process. And I'm so grateful that now I became an insurance agent to help other people through these kind of tragic events that my wife and I experienced back in 1983.